Indonesia is in the process of having the first high-speed railway in Southeast Asia. In this segment, I would like to share some data about Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway. The first slide will be about Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in numbers. We're going to see some interesting facts about the project. 2016 project was started, and 2021 targeted to be operated, and 6.07 billion US dollar is the value of the project, and 142.3 kilometer is the length of the track, and 4 stations will be built from Jakarta to Bandung, and 350 kilometers per hour is the speed of the high-speed train from Jakarta to Bandung. Now, if you see, the value of the contract keeps on changing. Sometimes it's 5.5 billion US dollar, sometimes it's 6.07 billion US dollar, and so on. Land acquisition evidently was the main cause of the swelling budget. Land acquisition turned out to be one of the main obstacles of the high-speed railway project completion. A state-owned construction company, Wijaya Karya, was planning to finish the land acquisition process for the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway project in April, so that construction of its transportation infrastructure can reach the targeted 60% by the end of 2019. And next slide will be about Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway budget structure. 75% of the project fund came from China Development Bank loan, and 25% of the rest of it is funded by Kereta Cepat Indonesia China. Kereta Cepat Indonesia China, or KCIC, is the joint venture firm between Pilar Sinergi BUMN Indonesia, or PSBI, that consists of 4 state-owned enterprises: Wijaya Karya, Jasa Marga, Kereta Api Indonesia, and Perkebunan Nusantara 8. Then created another joint venture firm with 5 Chinese firms, namely Beijing Yawan. There are also another budget structure inside Kereta Cepat Indonesia China, or KCIC. Let's see the next data. This is the PT Kereta Cepat Indonesia China budget scheme. 60% will be funded by the Pilar Sinergi BUMN Indonesia, and Beijing Yawan HSR Co. Ltd. will be fund the company for about 40%. The total investment for the project is 6.07 billion US dollars, 75% of which is a loan from the China Development Bank, or CDB, while 25% comes from the firm of equity from Kereta Cepat Indonesia China, or KCIC shareholders, PSBI, and Beijing Yawan HSR Co. Ltd. Now, how much the difference in terms of contract value of Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway with another train-based transportation mode? Let's see the next data. So this is the contract value of the, transportation project in Indonesia. Palembang LRT, the value of the project had reached 8.5 trillion rupiah. Jakarta MRT first phase, the value of the contract is 17 trillion rupiah, and Jakarta MRT second phase will be absorbing the fund for about 22.5 trillion rupiah. Jabodebek LRT will absorb the fund about 23 trillion rupiah, and Bandung Jakarta High Speed Railway, the total of the contract reaching 81.96 trillion rupiah. And Jakarta-Bandung High Speed Railway had brought out some controversies from the project value that is considered too expensive and the project feasibility study. Urban analyst Yayat Supriyatna criticized the train tracks that would violate the regional spatial planning of the areas in crust, including the West Java Special Plan, as conservation areas were required to be maintained, such as Walini. Public policy expert Agus Pambagio also said that the consortium needed to review its feasibility study, AMDAL, and Strategic Environmental Assessment, or KLHS, if it wished to go ahead with the construction. KLHS is an assessment that regional administrations have to carry out before issuing permits for land or forest management. To have a deeper view of each transportation value, we better see the next slide. These are the, there's some interesting data or comparison. You can do the comparison between 3 transportation mode. If you use bus from Jakarta to Bandung, the ticket price will be about $5 to $11 for each trip. and the traveling time will be 2.5 to 5 hours. And if we use the intercity train, the ticket price will be $5 to $20, and traveling time will be about 3.15 hours. But if we, using the high-speed train, the ticket price estimatedly will be on 16 to 35 US dollar, with the traveling time only 45 minutes. The Coordinating Maritime Affairs Minister expert staffer at Maji Sumarkijo said that the fares for the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed train, which is expected to operate by 2021, may reach 500,000 rupiah, or equal with 35 US dollar without a government subsidy. Considering this is a business-to-business project, it is different from the other train-based transportation mode, such as LRT project. He said that many factors would be taken into account in deciding the fares. Meanwhile, Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs, Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, declined to comment on the estimated fares. The chairman of Indonesian Transportation Society, or MTI, Aditya Dwi Laksana, said that the government needed to announce the estimate fares to determine the feasibility of the project, both financially and commercially. Amidst the controversy surroundings, we are hoping for a speedy completion of Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway project so the community can enjoy the value. And stay tuned on Market Headlines, because we'll be right back after the break.